made a program record of the Owls so far. The backbone made a program record 68 saves on Saturday as we are underway here in Keene. Bringing that up ice is Ondrick. That shot never got through. The Owls look to get it out. Spinelli couldn't get to it. Ondrick a shot on. Chung will glove it.
Yeah, going back to Chung, last year too, she played very well for the Owls, holding down the fort for most of the season. Quite quick between the pipes, and she's definitely a solid goaltender.
Yeah, really. Obviously on Saturday, there's a shot. That one goes high off the stick of McFadden. We saw on Saturday, even though she allowed the 6 goals, 68 saves, it seemed like she was stopping anything. That shot goes high as well. Oh. Struggles hitting the net early for UMass-Boston. That one came from Maggie Lynch. However, they still pressure the Owls in their own zone. Hansen gets it down low. McFadden working behind the net. Still battling in the corner. Norman is there for support. The Owls starting line still out there through the skates of Price. And now they'll go for a change. A full change for the Owls, so a lot of open ice here for Caitlin Ondrick. She'll take contact from Ian Tosca. Fans calling for a penalty. The 3 saves in the first minute and 8 seconds.
Yeah, Chung being tested early here. Owls having a tough time getting the puck out of their zone to start the period. Looking to get a clean breakout pass, unable to, almost get caught there on the line change. So Owls are looking to kind of tighten up their game here a little bit.
The Owls top line out there. Patrick, Ian Tosca, and McNeil. That draw comes out to Erin Duffy. Down low for Simons. Battling in the corner. Duffy coming away with it. Tries to cycle it down low. Poked away by Ian Tosca. Now the puck is won by Ian Tosca. Tried to hit Patrick. It's taken back by the Beacons. And here's Kensley Good. Chips that one out. And here's Fitzsimons. So get that off the body, out of the zone. And dumped back in. Just about 2 minutes have passed so far.
Owls still looking to get out of their zone so far. It's been all UMass-Boston. Just applying the pressure on the Owls, getting shots on Chung here early.
There's a shot from outside. It got blocked. Good job there by Allie Patrick. Now Taddy Jones will chase after Maya Boyd. Or Mia, I should say, pardon me. That one dumped in. Chung plays it for the corner. Miscommunication there on defense. UMass-Boston has, again, nice move. Centering pass. It gets knocked away. Now here's Underhill.
UMass ball pressure on the Keene State defenseman.
Now here's Briggs. Nice move. Poked away. And fighting for it with Finke on the near boards. It's about 3 minutes now have passed. That one goes into the corner. Underhill plays it around for Wiseman. Too far for the stick. Jones is there to meet it. And will send it down ice. And that will be an icing.
So the Owls will stay out there. UMass-Boston going to switch up the lines, get some fresh legs, try to take advantage of the tired Owls out there.
There's a look at head coach Rob Morgan, second season at the helm for the Owls, 16-14 so far. And assistant coach at the University of Dartmouth from 03 to 09, so definitely some great experience. Always a fun guy to talk to as he leads the Owls in their first season of conference play. That shot gets blocked. Coming with it, another shot in, patted away by Ai Chung. We had a music miscue there. We're not jumping yet, but possibly later. That shot off the skate of Underhill. Back into the zone. Here's Wiseman up for Jones. Tired Owls out there. Jones will ice it again. Does she get off the ice in time? No. Emma Wiseman did, however. Or are they saying no, they have to?
No, she has to come back on.
Wiseman did get off she got off the ice before the whistle. We take a look at head coach David Lung of UMass-Boston, first season, 3-0, good start. As the Owls, a very tired group still out there. Finke Jones and Emily Underhill, as well as Wiseman and Kensley Good. Been out there for about 2 minutes.
Yeah, not good if you're the Owls. You're going to want to try to chip it out a little bit. Maybe just try to change the set of wingers.
Yeah.
Get a defenseman, something off, just to get somewhat of new fresh legs out there.
Now, this, as a result of the chip in or chip out, you could have a full line change, which could, hurt the Owls as well, because we mentioned the short shifts. Really, because you're running 3 lines. You're running 3 Daybreakers, obviously that's normal, but 3 forward lines. That third line that's out there, they'll finally get a change, at least most of the line. It could really hurt you down the stretch.
Absolutely. But once again, we see UMass-Boston. They're trying to force the Owls to skate. They keep on getting on that forecheck. They get the puck, and it goes straight to the corner, and they just apply the pressure. They're going to try to take advantage of Keene State only having 3 lines tonight. Really good.
Here's Norman taking the contact just inside the zone. She'll get it in deep. Spinelli will go for a change. That puck chipped out of the zone. Stewart tries to hit Lorelei Norman. As Norman comes away with it. Tries to get to the middle of the ice. It's knocked away. Patrick, good stick lift. She'll fire that back into the corner. The Owls' top line out there.
Owls looking to apply the pressure right here. Good forecheck by Patrick. He had a good pick off there in the middle. Ryan Tosca unable to keep it in.
Here comes Crapaldi. She'll throw one on goal. Chung will glove it and get a whistle.
Owls right there, the last 35 seconds starting to show a little bit of life here going into the zone. Just working and trying to get shots here on the goaltender. Looking for anything to get going.
It's been 5 shots on goal. Chung, 5 saves. Owls top line out there. And again, it's the Beacons' 4th. Coming away with it, here's Patrick on the near hash mark. Tries to chip it out of the zone, unable. The shot deflected, and Chung turns it away. Erin Duffy fired in from the point. That one cycled around. Working forward in the corner. That's Beestrom. Here's Patrick. Tries to float one out, is unable. That one off the shin of Ian Tosca. And now here's DeMeo working behind the cage. Tries to get it up to Ellie Patrick, and it stays in the Owls zone, so dominance here from UMass-Boston.
Check here by the Beacons early on in this first frame. Keene State just hasn't been able to generate any sort of offense, having a tough time figuring out this forecheck.
That puck staying in the neutral zone. Patrick gets it back to Wiseman. Wiseman tries to make a move for the blue line. It's taken away. Chance in on goal. Lynch is denied. Chung says no. Lynch still has it. Nice move around the net. And Tabby Jones fights right at the blue line, trying to get it out. UMass-Boston still with control.
Chung saying cool, calm, and collected there on that little breakaway. Once again, holding strong for the Owls. Owls applying the pressure here.
Here's Finke trying to get a shot as she lost the puck. Now here's Jones. Tries to cycle one in. Underhill is there to meet it. Good pressure there from Boyd. It's kept in. Finke will go for a change. Jones tried to center it, but intercepted by McFadden. Now good play there by Spinelli. McFadden still able to dump it in deep. Wiseman chasing after it. It's taken away. Here's Fitzsimons. Into the feet of Kelsch. Kelsch goes down behind the net. Norman comes away with it. Makes a nice move at the blue line. It ends up losing it with the back check. Puck stays in the zone. There's Ondrick. Off the stick of Morrison and to the stick of Mallory Stewart. Here's Edmonds. That one deflected into the Beacon zone, but just like that, the Beacons in transition able to get it going. Here's Ondrick. Taken away by Patrick at the blue line. Cross ice, no one there. Ray Alexander will drop it back, feeling the pressure from McNeil. 11.5 minutes to go here in the first period. Yeah, we'll still yet to record a shot on goal. Here's Alexander. That one taken away by Ian Tosca. Patrick will dump it in deep. Cross-ice pass. Now they break it out, shipped away. And that will be an icing.
UMass-Boston there just kind of zipping the puck around the Owls. Owls able to start moving up into the zone a little bit more, but still unable to generate that first shot. Almost 9 minutes into this first period. They've had some good looks. Finke there with coming in on the crease. Just looks like she rolls over with the pop. Tough break for the Owls, but definitely getting there a little bit more.
Now Finke tries to make a move right in front of the blue line. And it's knocked out. Good touch pass there. Now here's Underhill. Feeds one through the legs of Duffy. And played up, controlled by Capaldi. And it's 1-on-3. Now 1-on-4, and Tabby Jones able to knock it away. DeMeo now behind the net. She'll take the contact and will go down. Now a pass too far. Shayna Chin couldn't handle it. And it goes all the way down to the stick of Hadamovsky.
Hadamovsky able to dump it off to the defender. UMass-Boston able to streak up the ice, looking for that far side.
There's a shot, and Chung makes the save. That went off the stick of Candace Kelly. And Chung is going to hear her name called a lot tonight. 8 saves already. 10:23 to go here in the first. Made 68 saves on Saturday in her last start. Abby Tanner got the start in the overtime loss last night against New England College. She broke her finger, or not, I shouldn't say broke, fractured her finger in the second period of that game, but ended up finishing it. A bad defensive turnover gave the Pilgrims the win.
Those are always difficult ones to lose. Worked so hard to make it that far into the game. One bad mistake just unfortunately cost it. But solid outing last night from Tanner. Unfortunate about the finger. Hoping she gets better soon.
The Owls only have 2 goalies dressed. McKenna Montgomery's not dressing either. So Lilia Tambourine is the backup tonight, if need be.
I was checking out her pads earlier. I'm a big fan of the Bryans. It's a good looking setup there.
You should have came to the men's game earlier. The starting goalie for WestCon, Liam Lane, he had the whole bronze set up with the pads, and it was beautiful.
Oh, that's nice.
It reminds me of like old school Winter Classic.
That's nice. I know my little brother being a goalie, he would be all over that.
Oh,
so.
Yeah. That one played for Stewart. Up for Patrick. And Tosca chips it ahead. She'll chase after it. And she played it too far before gaining the red line, and that will be an icing.
So once again, UMass-Boston gonna try to take advantage of the tired Owls here on the icing. Keene State, last time this happened, they got pinned in their zone for another 2 minutes before they could get a line change. So, Owls trying to avoid that type of situation here again.
9:04 left in the first. The Owls still yet to record a shot on goal. UMass-Boston has 9 so far. Here's Duffy. Cross ice. McNeil couldn't get a stick on it, but here's DeMeo. Good chip off the boards. McNeil had some trouble handling it and intercepted. Here's Morrison. That one knocked away. And Price is able to get it out. Duffy drops it back to Kelly. That one off the boards. Will it be an icing? It will. No one touched it. And so the Owls will have an offensive zone face-off.
So now it's the Owls' turn. Be a great time for that first shot here. Gonna look to try and move the puck around, get him moving side to side, wear down the legs.
Head coach Rob Morgan. As that one's dropped back. Jones now on the far hash mark. Tries the center one. It's intercepted by Duffy. She'll play it off the boards for Morrison. Evans, good attempt at trying to keep it in there, unable. But controlled by Finke, making some moves ahead for Underhill. Underhill couldn't get to it in time, but Jones is able to recover. Here's Edmonds. Gets that one into the cross corner. And now played up ice. Did it touch anyone? No. Another icing. So the Owls starting to put the pressure on a tired group of Beacons out there at the moment. 8:03 to go. still looking for their first shot on goal.
Absolutely. Good shift there put together by the fourth line of Brianna Finke, third line of Finke, Emily Underhill, and Tabby Jones. They're applying the pressure, able to force the icing. Owls try to come back and get that shot on net.
Here comes Kelch, trying to make a move on Stewart. She does, and the shot goes wide. I'm not sure if DeMeo may have got a stick-on-stick there, but no real attempt. Now off the glass, Patrick chasing after it. Icing is waved off. Now Boyd plays it. Here's Alexander. It's chipped back, handled now by Skrelja. Gianna Skrelja drops it. Alexander fanned on it, couldn't get it really anything on there. Not sure. May have to check her stick. Adamowski had to come out of her net to play that one. But here's Finke now. Brianna Finke with speed. Enters the zone. Cuts to the middle of the ice. Tries to make a move. And it's knocked away.
Owls here starting to show a little bit more legs. 3 lines is a tough deal to play with, but they're making the best of the situation. Finke has been a motor this first period for the Owls, especially within the last 3 minutes.
She's really that offensive powerhouse for Keene State. She was last year, had more than a point per game. So far this season has 6 points.
Absolutely, definitely has a good motor to her. She goes, she's a quick skater, able to make the move, has some good hands.
That one played down ice. Man, another icing. A lot of icing so far in this first period. 6:35 to go. Still no score. UMass-Boston out shooting Keene State 10-0. Yeah, what I want to see from Finke, as you touched on, I want to see her, obviously she's got that speed, she's trying to make moves in the zone. Fire shots on net, that's what we talked about in the opener. If you, no matter what, shoot it from anywhere, if it's on goal, it has a chance to go in.
Yeah, at this point, the Owls, they just got to be worried about getting over the blue and getting the puck on net.
Yeah.
Try to crash, pick up some rebounds. The Owls are going to score dirty goals this game. Probably won't have too many opportunities for a nice walk-in shot, like right there. But, you know, they're just going to have to throw it on net and hope they get some people crashing and pick up a dirty one.
Like you said, like, yeah, get over the blue line and shoot it. I've scored from outside the blue line just because I'm trying to get it on net in high school.
Yeah,
she makes a save there.
Anything can happen now. Just got to start focusing on trying to get those shots on net. UMass-Boston so far, they've been doing a good job getting the puck in deep in the corners, working around the Owls, really forechecking hard. You know, they've been in a solid 1-2-2 all game. They've been on their positions every time. It's making it very difficult for the Owls to break out the zone cleanly. And as a result of that, you can tell as soon as the Owls get into their offensive zone, they're drained because UMass-Boston is just working them so hard in the defensive zone right now.
And Chung's also been amazing. She's made 11 saves on 11 shots so far. Obviously, there's been some chances that have gone high or gone wide, but she's really solidified herself in this game so far.
Yeah, Chung's definitely been a solid backbone for the Owls to rely on here this season and last season. Definitely making her name for herself, one of the better goalies in the LEC.
Now working in the corner, that's Maggie Lynch. Pressure coming there from Ian Tosca. The contact, they both go down. We play on. Ian Tosca throws a check. We play on again. And so the Owls able to get it out. Here's McNeil trying to get a step. Stuck in her feet. Patrick for support. And now it's out to the stick of Emily Hansen. Had a step but couldn't handle it. Now here's Lynch. Off the leg of Norman. Lynch will wrap it around the net. McNeil wraps it back around. Stewart up for Patrick. It's out of the zone. But played back in. It's really like hot potato out there at the moment. No team can really handle it. Under 5 minutes to go on the first. Turnover here. Backdoor pass. She couldn't handle it in the feet. That was Cassidy Morrison with a prime opportunity. Now another hit on the boards, and that one will be a penalty, so the Owls will be shorthanded. We'll see who it will go on.
Not what you want if you're the Owls. UMass-Boston's already had their way in their zone, working the puck around. Now you take one less person off the ice. Gonna make it a little difficult here for the Owls.
Caroline DeMayo, who will sit for 2 minutes. Head referee Eric Steinberg making the call. Not related to me, by the way. I think I mentioned that on Saturday. Or he may be. I'm not too sure.
Could be a long-lost uncle. You never know.
Could be. Should I come up to him after the game?
That'll be our interview for after.
First power play here for UMass-Boston. Walking in, shooting. Chung blockers it away. That was Skrelja. And Tosca tries to chip it out. She's unable to. Right, here's McFadden. Boyd. She gets it back. Good stick there by Patrick. Goes out of the zone. 4:14 to go here in the first period. Still no score. The Owls still looking for their first shot. Here's McFadden. She'll curl, and Tosca. Good pressure there, getting it out of the zone. Here's Lynch. Centering pass, no one home. Ian Tosca now works in the corner. Here's McFadden. She'll turn, finds some open ice, shoots, and Chung makes a save. And the fans behind I Chung are loving it.
Absolutely. They've been pumped up for her all game, showing some support. Even with the hits, although one resulted in a penalty, they were getting into it. But the Owls so far have been doing a good job of keeping UMass to the outsides. Just up until that last shot right there, Keene State was able to keep them out, not really giving them too much to look at from the middle.
Just about a minute left of power play time for the Beacons. Here's Duffy. She'll shoot. It's blocked by McNeil. Now Andrick has to retreat. Keeps it in. Now in the corner. Pass out in front, and Chung says no again.
Absolutely, Chung's holding strong in goal. When you watch Owls power play here, they're doing a good job. They're staying where they need to. They're not breaking out. UMass-Boston's trying to stretch them out, trying to find those open lanes. But so far, Keene State's been able to have good active sticks and shut down the lanes. And the numbers they're down right now, this first period, they've played them very well. Obviously, no shots on goal yet, but defensively, they haven't been too poor. You're missing Maddie D'Souza, she's sick. Pamaj was not in the lineup. Olivia Pollard not in the lineup. You're still missing on Grace Bazin. After field hockey season, that's already over, but still with the injury to her head from field hockey. As that shot goes wide, that was a missile from Caitlin Andrick. Here's Duffy now. 30 seconds left on the power play. And it's kept dead. Chung turns that one away from the far point. And here's Fitzsimons trying to get a step. Kelch now. Poked ahead. Duffy plays it to the boards. With a self-pass there. 10 seconds left on the power play. Duffy, a follow-up shot. It got blocked. Kensley Good got her stick in the way. And they work behind the net. Players going down. And the fans are loving the physicality from Emily Edmonds. What a kill by the Owls. Offsides on the Beacons. What a series of events. Yeah, definitely. The Owls able to kill off that penalty there, which is huge for the team. Like you said, going back to your point there, Owls only playing with 3 lines tonight. They've been able to hold strong with UMass-Boston, playing well. They're just missing that one important factor of winning a game, and that's getting shots on net.
It's possible to win a game with 1 shot on net if it goes in. So it's really capitalize on your opportunities when you get them.
All you need is 1. Owls just got to focus in on getting those shots on goal.
Now 2 players going down behind the net. Referee's letting him play early. Hadamovsky plays it for Skrelja. Now here's Boyd. Up ice Capaldi. Chipped ahead for Alexander. Under 2 minutes to go here in the opening period. Price plays it to an open area. Into the stick of Kelly. Off the leg of Jones. Jones will get that one in deep.
UMass-Boston looking to set up here. Owls having given them quite a bit of time to get comfortable with the puck. Granted, that was a line change, but even on the other dump-ins, Owls looking a little slow, getting in on that forecheck, allowing the Beacons to be comfortable.
Edmonds tried to center one into the middle of the ice. And it's knocked back deep into the Beacon zone. The final 80 seconds here of the opening frame. As here's a shot, and Adamowski will glove it. So there's the first shot on goal from the Owls, coming from Kensley Good.
Yeah.
So that's step one.
Step in the right direction. Baby steps right now. Baby steps.
Yeah.
Owls, though, try to look for those pads, get some bodies to the net, get active sticks in there, bump some stuff around, and eventually something will trickle in.
Obviously, he's been playing him tight defensively. You're getting outshot 15-1, but those 15 shots really haven't been too many prime opportunities. They've really been just shots from outside that Ai Chung has had no trouble with. As here's Lorelei Norman. Finke trying to make some space.
There's no one
She'll
with
work in the corner, yeah. Going for a line. Some centers one. Patrick is skating behind the net. Finke went down. And now here come the Beacons. That one chipped in deep. 45 seconds to go here in the first. Ryan Tosca working for it on the boards. Now Finke was changing at the moment. Ryan Tosca left it for Finke. A tough change for the Owls as a centering pass gets deflected right over the net.
Yeah, that change could have been very costly for the Owls right there. Puck ended up coming to Finke. Could have ran into... Oh, good chance.
Yeah, chance there. Nice move by Maggie Lynch, but Chung is able to step out and turn it away.
But yeah, the Owls ran into the risk of possibly having too many men on the ice. Or, even worse, the Beacons almost got the puck and able to walk into the middle and score.
Yeah.
So right there, hockey IQ is something the Owls got to be a little more aware of in those types of situations.
Well, save there by Chung. 16 in the period. 6.2 seconds left in the period. Yeah, defensive zone face-off for the Owls. They'll get that second line out there.
Owls looking to hold Sean here for 6 more seconds. Just trying to eat it in the corner.